A new physical product always begins in exactly the same way, a simple sketch on a digital canvas. In this exact moment, a design decision carries absolutely zero physical weight and zero financial risk. You can erase a curve, extend a chassis, or scrap an entire layout in seconds, entirely for free. But that sheer freedom is a psychological trap. It obscures the reality that these quiet, early iterations dictate everything that follows. Eventually, that digital sketch has to step out of the screen and be stamped out of heavy material on a factory floor. This graph plots total capital locked in over time. Notice the massive spike. Most financial cost is dictated before the concept phase ends. Drawing a 2 mm thicker casing adds thousands of pounds of steel, dictating fabrication methods and reshuffling supply chains for years. Rushing through these initial choices means a development team is blindly committing millions of dollars in capital before they truly understand the physical constraints of the object they are about to build. There's a natural human urge in product development to bypass this extensive planning and get a physical prototype in your hands as quickly as possible. But selecting a single design path too early narrows your vision. It leaves the team completely blind to alternatives that might use less material or perform more efficiently under stress. All that rushing eventually collides with a hard threshold known as tooling. Here, a flexible idea is permanently carved into rigid steel molds. Once you cross the tooling line, a design modification is no longer a quick keyboard shortcut. It is a grueling, expensive ordeal that requires machining new metal dies and halting active assembly lines. Because those metal molds are so unforgiving, the true objective of the concept stage is to ensure you cross that irreversible line intentionally, rather than stumbling over it by accident. This is why elite design teams take a highly specific approach to product development. They refuse to rush the beginning. Instead, they front-load their exploration. They deliberately and artificially extend the duration of the concept phase to thoroughly map out their options. Instead of testing one idea, teams generate dozens of parallel design directions at once. They force these paths to compete, exposing exactly where a shape violates structural tolerances or manufacturing budgets. This exhaustive comparison lets them see every consequence before a final choice is made. Front-loading exploration creates an intellectual safety net. It guarantees absolute certainty before a single dollar of physical capital is deployed. The tension in the modern market, however, is that performing this level of comprehensive, multi-path exploration manually simply takes too much time. To solve this, engineering teams use modern design intelligence systems to drastically accelerate the pace of conceptual analysis. By automating the heavy lifting, these systems allow engineers to rapidly map out the conceptual landscape in a fraction of the time. Depix provides exactly this kind of design intelligence, acting as a catalyst at the very genesis of a project. It removes the usual compromise between speed and certainty, allowing a team to commit to their final build with total confidence in the outcome. A product's journey always bridges these two extremes, the weightless digital canvas and the heavy, unyielding reality of the factory floor. A decision is cheap as a sketch, but brutal once it is tooled. The only way to survive the transition is to see every angle before you commit.